first thing, all of us talk about how much difficulties we have. See, what is living enlightenment? Being powerful all the time, isn't it? Basic one line. Being powerful all the time. Are we able to be powerful all the time? Are we able to be powerful all the time? The answer, yes or no. Are we able to be happy all the time? Are you able to be blissful all the time? If I ask you, many of you will say no, right? So what is coming in the way of we live and radiate living enlightenment? The thought currents of greed-based, how do we experience living enlightenment all the time? How do we achieve it? So the main thing that come all the time is our fears, our greeds, due to society conditioning. There's so many, so list is bigger. Power-based structures. If you list, there's so many that we can talk about. So the thought currents that which are fear-based, greed-based, how do we eliminate them? How do we protect ourselves from these? So let's listen from Swamiji and work on them to live for living enlightenment and radiating enlightenment. Power-based structures are created for unity.
In Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga, 9th verse.
सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्तद्वेष्य बन्धुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते.
सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्तद्वेष्य बन्धुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते. The translation: the one who feels the same towards an affectionate person, a friend, an enemy. Understand these few basic sacred secrets. Meditation is not an action, it is a lifestyle. That is why in the chapter on meditation, Bhagavan is talking about all these things. You can never start meditating, you can only become meditative. Understand? There's a vast difference between starting the meditation or becoming meditative. Meditation is not a anasin, metazin, antidepressant. No. Meditation is not anasin, metazin, antidepressant. Please understand. Meditation cannot be just repairing something in you. It has to completely transform you. Everybody has the feeling to become Lord of the universe. You can become. If you make your unconscious into conscious and superconscious, when you make your unconscious into conscious, you will become Lord of you. When you raise that to the superconscious, you will become Lord of whatever is in your space. More than the word Lord, I use, you will be in tune with the whole. This is the right way of becoming Lord of the universe. But instead, you try to become a power center through political power. I tell you. Even in the school, the class leader is nothing but political power. Why even in the school we can't survive without a leader? Why should somebody aspire to be a class leader? First time I resisted this political structure is when I was appointed as a class leader. when I was the 7th standard, I still remember. The teacher, she was a Jain family teacher. Used to be a little tall. So usually that is the standard. The tall, last bench, last row guys, they will be only made as leader. There's no other standard. One day, she caught me. Unfortunately, that day I went to school. Usually I don't go. Somehow I went to school, maybe first day of the school, like those auspicious days I don't miss. She cut out at me. And she said, you are the teacher. You are the leader of the class. I said, what do you mean leader? I don't even come to the class regularly. She said, that is why I'm making you leader. Are the greatest followers. They lose their freedom. So I told my teacher, no, I will not be leader. She insisted. Then we got into the argument. I said, leaders are the people who are not able to lead themselves, so they go on trying to satisfy that unable to control themselves by controlling others. When you are not able to lead you, that unfulfillment you try to fulfill by leading others, or trying to lead others. Leading others is the ultimate hypocrisy. He also knows he is not going to listen to you. He will topple you down the moment he gets the chance. What is leadership? Group of followers waiting to topple down. One person. That one person is called leader. The unconsciousness, when it is not able to express through the proper channel, and it finds shortcut to fulfill its ambition, it is called power structure. When the subconsciousness is not able to fulfill its purpose, the perversion it creates is greed structure. Let me explain this subconsciousness. What is subconsciousness? Subconsciousness is nothing but the space where you dump your unfulfilled but imagined, visualized fantasies. For example, if you are fasting, by suppressing your desires for food, in 3 days, you will see in the dream you are feasting. The suppression creates subconsciousness. Understand? The things you imagined, visualized, could not achieve, but suppressing it, that is subconsciousness. That, when it is not able to fulfill itself, it comes out of you as a greed perversion. What is the way for the subconscious to release itself properly? Right amount of sleeping and dreaming. I tell you, if you have the right quality and quantity of sleep and dreaming, you will not suffer with greed-based structure. You will not be running behind money which is not required for you. That is why all the civilizations which are suffering with greed suffers with sleeplessness. All the civilizations which suffers with subconscious greed suffers with sleeplessness. I tell you, healthy sleep and dream, you will be free from greed-based structure. Understand? I am going to the roots of this human suffering. Greed-based system, the money-based lifestyle is rooted on your subconsciousness. A good sleep. Good sleep will naturally have the proper period of conscious dreaming. When I say conscious dreaming, even in the dream you will have a certain amount of self-awareness, and you will be able to even move some things in your dream. You yourself will know you are dreaming, and you can alter the things in the dream. That is what I call conscious dreaming. If you are having conscious dreams, please understand your subconscious is very thin layer. You don't need to worry at all about your subconsciousness. There are no much suppressions. The suppressed desires form subconsciousness. It can either express itself properly through the dream state, conscious dream state, and liberate your system from its influence. But when you don't allow that conscious dreaming and the good quality quantity sleep, it overtakes you, just overtakes you. And the system you create is greed-based money system. The collective suppressed subconscious is responsible for the collective belief, mass hysteric belief. That's the right word I use. Mass hysteric belief of money. Next, when the unconsciousness means you just don't know what you are missing, but you are missing something. When you know what you are missing, it is subconsciousness. When you don't even know what you are missing, but you are feeling you are missing something, is unconsciousness. When you don't miss anything, it is consciousness. When you become Mr. of the universe, it is superconsciousness. When you know you are missing something, and missing is subconsciousness. Please understand. When you don't know you are missing something, but you feel you are missing something. You don't know what you are missing, but you feel the emptiness. You are missing something. That is unconsciousness. When you don't miss anything, complete with yourself, it is consciousness. When whole universe feels the fulfillment through you, it is superconsciousness. Understand, this unconsciousness, you don't know what you are really missing, what you really want, but you feel emptiness. That is why you think, oh, if I become MLA, I think I feel fulfilled. If I become MP, I feel fulfilled. If I become president, I feel fulfilled. If I become prime minister, I feel fulfilled. Unconscious man acts as if he is going to fulfill others' subconsciousness so that he can become leader. That is why the politicians always give big, big promises. They give you the feeling, I will fulfill your subconsciousness. And the same way, subconscious fellows promise the politicians that we will fulfill your unconsciousness. It is subconsciousness scratching the back of unconsciousness and unconsciousness scratching the back of subconsciousness. This verse, Suhun Mitra Yudasina Madhyastha Dveshya Bandushu Sadhushva Vicha Papeshu Samabuddhir Visishyate. Samabuddhir Visishyate. Bhagavan is revealing powerful truth to all of us to be in Samabuddhi, equal mind. Same towards affectionate person, a friend, an enemy, the indifferent, the neutral, the hateful, the unfriendly, the noble one, or the sinner. Means realizing the futility of the power structure. It is power structure which classifies somebody as a right, wrong, good, bad, neutral. It is your ambition towards the power structure and the ambition damaging you. Please understand. When the political thought trend damages your consciousness and mind, that makes you believe that somebody is good to you, somebody is bad to you, somebody is neutral with you, somebody is good to everybody, somebody is bad to everybody. See, if somebody is good to you, he is your friend. If he is bad to you, he is your enemy. If he is neither good nor bad, he is neutral. If somebody you are made to believe by the political structure, he is bad to everybody, he is called sinner. If you are made to believe by the political structure, he is good to everybody, he is sadhu. I tell you, it is all just PR exercise. Simply PR exercise. All the ideas you carry, somebody is a saint, somebody is a sinner, somebody is friend, somebody is enemy, are all just forced on you after completely deluding you by the strong beatings. It is like somebody hits you on the head, you are reeling. At the time he says, I am the big guy. Naturally, what will you do? You say yes and fall. First, the political system is used to hit you when you are reeling, when your head is reeling. Then they claim, see, I am in this post. He is good, he is bad. It is time we bring a human civilization where the money-based thought trend and political thought trend does not become part of our life. It just stands as a utility. Let the shoes be left in shoe stand. Umbrella be left in umbrella stand. Let them not come to the bedroom. Let the influence over the citizens by the political system be reduced. Let the influence of the money thought trend over the citizens, humanity, be reduced. Let them be just for only utility. Let it not become lifestyle. Unfortunately, politics became a regular business. Business became ambition to have power over politicians. When the business gets the ambition of power over politicians, and the politicians decide to make their lifestyle as a business, both corrupt each other and destroy humanity. So the idea of saint or sinner. What is saint or sinner? If you are made to believe one person is doing good to one person, that one person is called your friend. If you are made to believe that one person is doing good to everyone, he is made to be believed as a saint. Saint or sinner, good or bad, is all the ideas your consciousness perceived when you are beaten by the political power-based thought trends. As a child, you are beaten. In the young age, we all learned who is MLA, who is MP, what is Rajya Sabha, what is Lok Sabha, what is Prime Minister, what is President. Young age, we learned the economy. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. What is interest, what is compound interest? How the investment should be done? My good kids should know. There is no 1 plus 1. There is only 1, which is beyond 1. The 1 itself was created for utility. And the 1 plus 1 is also utility. Things which you created for utility, when you became utility for them, it is like you create fire for you cooking and eating, but fire eats you. You create fire for your eating, but suddenly fire becomes big and eats you. People who are eating from the fire are conscious beings. People who are eaten by the fire are unconscious and subconscious beings. Here Krishna says, wake up, be a conscious being. That is what I call inner awakening. Waking up to the facts of power-based political thought trends and protecting yourself is yen leadership. Waking up to the facts of greed-based money thought trends and protecting yourself is yen wealth. Let the wealth be enlightening wealth. Let the leadership consciousness be enlightening leadership consciousness in you. It is so unfortunate. Even some of the most intelligent people are caught in this thought trend and unable to come out of it. Understand the roots of why you feel somebody is friend, somebody is enemy, somebody is neutral, somebody is good, somebody is bad. Then you will understand all your ideas are just ideas. When you realize that, everybody will be graceful. The moment you feel everything and everybody is graceful, That is when you achieve what Bhagavan calls samabuddhi revisishyate. Let your thought trend be repaired, purified, cleansed. Let the political thought structure, which is unconsciousness based, and the economical thought trend, which is subconscious based, not hit at your consciousness. Let that not form your lifestyle, thought trend. Let that not create your major decisions. Let that create right understanding about life in you. Let you become Jivan Mukta. Understand? If you understand how the collective unconscious thought trend damages you, collective subconscious thought trend damages you, and if you protect yourself consciously from those damages and live a whole life, you are Jivan Mukta. Even if you compromise with the power-based thought trend and money-based thought trend, let you do after understanding the insider secrets of both system. Then you will not be taken away by it. You will protect yourself. You know where to keep the fire, how to cook, and how much food can go inside, and how when it is dangerous, and you will be intelligent to play the game. At the most, maybe rarely as an exemption, accidents may happen, you will die. But as a life, you may protect yourself. But when you don't even know the political thought trends are from unconscious and money-based thought trends are from subconscious, you give them sacredness. You associate sanctity to both. When you associate, even if you associate legitimacy to both of them, you are wrong. If you associate sacredness to both of them, you are worshipping devil, thinking it's God. Internally, do not give legitimacy to the money-based and power-based thought trends. Fear-based and greed-based thought trends. Let it not be legitimized. So all the outer world rules and regulations, whether it is simple traffic rules or the law of the land, is based on the action performed. Commission and omission of acts. Because outer world can understand only that. Outer world functions only with that. Outer world can measure only up to that. In such of stability and surety, possibility is forgotten. Listen. Yes, outer world can grasp only that. Whether you walk in the left side or right side. You should walk or not in the left side or right side. It can only go to that extent. Outer world can understand only that extent is not wrong, but they try to become fanatically declaring only that much exists is something seriously wrong. The outer world, materialistic beings, developing rules, regulations, laws, whether we should walk in right side or left side, whether we should go in left side or right side, whatever. Forming those rules, nothing wrong, useful for day-to-day life. But when they try to declare, there ends the matter of life. Nothing further exists. Something is seriously wrong. Then something is seriously wrong.
Yes. Now, let's do one internalization exercise for this. Protect yourself from greed-based, power-based thought currents. Yes. To experience samadhi, to experience oneness space. Protect yourself from greed-based, power-based thought currents. Now, what is the root of human suffering? Let's contemplate. Suppressed desires from subconsciousness layer. Greed-based system. The money-based lifestyle is rooted in this subconsciousness. A good sleep with a conscious dreaming, where the suppressed desires express themselves even in the dream. You will have certain self-awareness and you will be able to alter the things in the dream, will ensure that the subconsciousness does not contribute to the collective mass hysterical belief of money. Unconsciousness is you don't know what you're really missing. What you really want, you just don't know. But you feel emptiness. You feel no fulfillment. You feel empty. You feel lost. That's why you think, oh, if I become president, I'll be fulfilled. An unconsciousness man acts as if he's going to fill other subconsciousness, other suppressed desires. This is the attitude and ambition towards the power structure. That's why the politicians always give big promises. They give you the feeling, I will fulfill your subconsciousness. It's time we bring human civilization to where the money-based thought trend and political thought trend does not become part of your life. It just stands as utility. Let it not become your lifestyle. Now, next few minutes, pen down examples from your own life for both these roots of suffering. First thing is the thing that you imagine, visualize, but could not achieve. Second, you just don't know what you're missing, but you're missing something. For example, if I become MLA, I think I'll feel fulfilled. If I become MP, I feel fulfilled. If I become president, I will feel fulfilled. If I become prime minister, I will feel fulfilled. So first step, you do this. Bring down examples from your own life for both these roots of suffering. Next 5 minutes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
How to experience fulfillment?
Om Nithyananda
Changing the object is never a solution. Changing the attitude is the solution.
Nithyananda
Step 1.
Paramashivoham.
Next 5 minutes. Make a list of things you feel attached to or things that you feel greedy about. It might be a habit, perhaps a particular pleasure or object or a person. Include anything or anyone on the list that makes you feel positive. Or lust. Example, I want to get married to that beautiful girl next door. I want to run a huge business and make a lot of money.
Om Nithyananda
That's step 1. First complete that. Step 1, complete that.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda
Next,
Paramashivoham.
step 2. If you are done,
Om
next,
Nithyananda
step 3.
Paramashivoham.
Bring it respect towards the object.
Om
Or,
Nithyananda
for example, what is it about an MLA you are looking forward to?
Om
The responsibility,
Nithyananda
name and fame, the
Paramashivoham.
respect, the power to make a change.
Om
Things to make a difference in the
Nithyananda
world,
Paramashivoham.
or to make a difference in lives of people
Om
around you.
Nithyananda
Just look into each respect, into each of these things. Look at reading it. You will discover why you want to make in the first place, and some will just drop off from the
Om
first.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
It is eventually correct.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om
Now let's
Nithyananda
move on to the
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
yes. Now let's move on to the power manifestation. Please go ahead and post your powerful cognitions from Living Enlightenment book. We are going to do the one more round of power manifestation. Please post your powerful cognitions from Living Enlightenment. So now please sit straight with your head neck back straight line. We're going to do the one more round of third eye power manifestation. Please sit straight. Close your eyes. Tie your eyes with eye band. Any thoughts that are coming, let it come, let it go. You start chanting the Mahavakya and experience the space of oneness. With the space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. So project the picture. You start chanting the Mahavakya. Close your eyes. Project the picture. Close your eyes. Project the picture.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now please go ahead and post whatever you already read in the chat. Go ahead and post whatever you already read in the chat. Yes, I'm projecting the picture now. This is what I projected. So I'm reading your responses. Wow, Malin, beautiful daytime light. I see two cowboy with had to go through a path in a field. Oh my God! And both sides of the path is full of golden light, a wheat plant, and also some green grass between. Perfect manifestation, Lynn. Absolutely, every inch that you wrote, every step, correct. Beautiful manifestation. Alexandra, a cow lying down in the grassy field, partial manifestation. Dr. Alexandra. Diana, blue and green colors. Okay, that's correct. See, blue sky and green colors, partial manifestation. So wonderful. All of you are able to manifest. It's such a perfect manifestation. I actually, you have manifested at least partially, but Marlin, perfect. Awesome. Congratulations. Okay, so now today we are learning how to live enlightenment, living enlightenment, Jivan Mukta. How to be Jivan Mukta. So what are the things that are coming in the way to be a Jivan Mukta? Right? So our desires. Next one that we are going to work is our desires. Unfulfilled desires, conflicting desires makes us powerless. Contradictory desires, confusion in manifesting the desires. So let's listen from Swamiji about what are these conflicting desires, how we contradict our own desires. So let's listen from Swamiji.
Your desires are your life. Your desires are your life. Listen. It's your desires which infuse life into you, and it's your desires which infuse energy into you. Same way, conflicts in your desires brings tiredness in you. Contradictions in your desires brings boredom in you. Confusions in your desires bring frustration in you. Please understand. Your desires are your life. Conflict in your desires bring confusion in you. Conflict in your desires bring tiredness in you. Confusions in your desires bring frustration in you. Its contradiction in your desires bring boredom in you. Actually, if your desire is pure, every breath you inhale and exhale will make the desire into reality. When your desires have conflict, confusion and contradiction, every breath brings tiredness, boredom, frustration in you. Every breath is like a air blower into balloon. Your desires are the shape of the balloon. If the shape of the balloon is Kamanjari, when you blow the air, you have Kamanjari. Conflict, constant conflict. If the shape of the balloon is just round, when you blow the air into the balloon, you have a round balloon. The shape of the balloon is tall. When you blow the air into it, you will see tall balloon. Your breath infuses energy into your desire. So the one and only thing you need to do in your life is not giving up desire, but removing the conflicts, confusions, contradictions in your desires. Please understand. Renunciation is not giving up your desires. It is giving up conflicts, contradictions, confusions in your desire. One of the biggest mess up happened in the field of spirituality is wrong understanding. Renunciation means giving up desires. That's the worst understanding happened or misunderstanding happened in the spiritual field. Raga means attachment. Araga means detachment. Viraga means renouncing the conflicts, confusion and complications of desires. You need viraga, vairagya. Viraga becomes vairagya. Be very clear. This is what I call, this is the definition of renunciation. Remembering nothing can make you powerless. Anything removed from your life cannot make you powerless is renunciation. Vairagya. Raga means feeling obsessed, completely overpowered by the desire. Desire is raga. Attachment is raga. Obsession is raga. Araga means detachment, hatred. Viraga means knowing very clearly whatever you think as even core of your life, even those things, if they are removed, you will not become powerless. You will not miss them. You will not become empty. You will not be disappointed. You are not going to become dead. You will even forget you had those things or beings as part of your life. Having this clarity is renunciation. Understand? Having this clarity is renunciation. I tell you, this clarity, when it becomes your strategy in your life, business is war, your living is war, relationships are war, everyone is in their own Kurukshetra. Understand? Kurukshetra has never ended. Everyone has their Kurukshetra. Let this be your strategy for your Kurukshetra. No one can win you. No one can shake you. No one can frighten you. Be Vedanta Kesari, the lion of Vedic strength. I tell you, because I have applied this strategy, I applied this cognition in my life again and again and again, and I saw I always won the game. I always won the game. The moment you have a fear that if something is removed from your life, you will become depressed, you will become empty, you will lose life. That fear becomes strength of your enemy. When he knows you can't be frightened, he becomes powerless. Understand? If you can be frightened, your enemy is powerful. If you can't be frightened, your enemy becomes powerless. I tell you, this simple understanding of me and this simple cognition of me, anything can be removed from me. I will not become powerless. I will not become depressed. I will not lose anything. I will not be lost. I may not even remember that I had that in my life. Be very clear. The spiritual truth, when it becomes part of your cognition and strategy, anywhere you go, Krishna is driving your chariot. Understand? Internalize just this one truth. Tena, tyaktena, bunjita. Tyaha. The word tyaha is used here. Tena means with this understanding from this context. Tyaktena, bunjita, makruta, tasya, sridanam. Please listen. The world is ever changing, but it is filled with consciousness, Isha. The consciousness is independently intelligent and compassionate. If something is removed from you, don't curse the life. It is done with a tremendous compassion. It is done with a tremendous compassion. I'm telling you. Here, Upanishads are declaring you to do tyaga, renouncing, you to renounce with this context of Isha Vasyam Idagam Sarvam Yakincha Jagatyam Jagat, means world is changing and it is established in changing and it is filled with consciousness, Sachidananda, which is intelligent, truthful, blissful and compassionate. I tell you, a blissful being will always be a compassionate being. When you are blissful, you will see all the good things, best things comes out of you. When you are blissful, you will be such a good person. Only when you are frustrated, you will express all bad qualities, violence, cunning strategies. A blissful person is always a compassionate person. Isha, consciousness, independent intelligence, which has its own will, functions out of pure compassion. So understand, renunciation is not supposed to be done out of frustration or inability or powerlessness. Whenever anything was removed in my life, I always saw life is only making me pure and it is celebrating itself through me. It is providing opportunities to reinvent myself. Understand? When life removes something from you, it is providing opportunity for you to reinvent yourself. And when you are clear that nothing can frighten you, nothing can make you lost, nothing can put you in powerlessness and depression, and I also want to tell you, you will understand exactly who is the exact enemy. You will exactly pinpoint who is your enemy, where things need to be done. You will not be confused. You will not overestimate your enemy. When you are frightened, you overestimate your enemy. Because you overestimate your enemy, you become powerless. Because you become powerless, it becomes easy for your enemy to destroy you. It's a vicious circle. And I'm telling you, when you are clear, you will not be lost. You will not become powerless. Just have this one word in your throat all the time. So what? Keep this as a mantra. So what? Know clearly, nothing removed from you can make you powerless. And life removes it only to make you understand you can live without it. Reinvent yourself. Wake up. Please understand. I am not giving you any moral lesson. I am not giving you any self-development lesson. I am not giving you any self-help lesson. I am least interested in all of that. I am not even interested in you. I am interested in truth. I am just interested in truth. I am singing it. Whoever wants to catch it, catch it. Understand? This one truth. Internalize. 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 Today's homework for all the satsangis. List out 10 items which you really thought if it is removed, you will be lost, your life will collapse, but it was removed. Not only you are living your life now, you even forgot you had that once in your life as part of you. And I guarantee you will have 10 things, either persons or things or place, at least 10 things will be there. Pen them down and put it in your Facebook as a status. Pen the 10 things down, put it in your Facebook as status. With your own understanding of today's satsang, you paraphrase it. It is not there in your life, and not only you have not collapsed, you even forgot that they are part of your life at one time. One of the biggest problem all human beings feel that they need to do a lot of actions, they need a lot of Kriya Shakti to achieve anything they want, health or wealth or enlightenment or powers. That is delusion. Please understand, you need action power. Listen to these 3 words. Icha Shakti, your desire power. Power to desire, will. Kriya Shakti, power to work intensely and manifest. Jnana Shakti, power of enlightenment, knowledge. See, one of the biggest problem all of you have is your delusion that too much of work is needed to achieve anything. Whether you want health, oh, I have to get up and do yoga, stretch my body. Only then I can have health. If I want wealth, I have to get up and go to office and work like a dog day and night. Only then I will have wealth. First of all, you don't understand, no dog works. Third eye. It is also described as Anya in Sanskrit. Anya means will. Will to exist or will to collapse. Any will you carry is Anya. If your will gives you the hope about life, you will have life. If it gives you hope about death, you will have death. Anything you desire with your will, you manifest that. Understand, every breathing you do, you are giving life to your will to manifest. Every rupee you spend, you vote for that. If you are spending 1 rupee on pizza, you vote for pizza and its future. If you spend 1 rupee on Coca-Cola, you vote for Coca-Cola and for its future. On anything you spend money, you vote for it. On any idea you breathe, you make that into reality. Your will, what it carries, hope or hopelessness, right or wrong, good or bad. Listen carefully. Right or wrong, good or bad, hope or hopelessness. Ajna is the most sacred spot in your life. Your Ajna is the most sacred space in your life. What you cherish in your Ajna matters. What you cherish in your will matters. Let me repeat once more. Listen intensely. Your third eye, which is called Ajna in Sanskrit, which literally means will. If your will perceives hopeful future, you breathe life into that future. The quality of your life matters. Don't think you can go on by perceiving negative possibility and suddenly out of the blue something great positive will happen. No. Into what you are carrying in your will. Understand? If you pick up a pen and paper and just write without thinking much about your future, first 7-8 lines which is there, the tip of your tongue, tip of your hand, tip of your mind, that is will. That is what is your will. Understand? I am giving you the tip to find what is in your will. If fear is what opens up first, that is what is in your will. You need to seriously complete it. If confusion is what is there in your will, the first 4 or 5 statements are all about confusion, that is what is there. Seriously, you need to complete it. Otherwise, with every breath, you are giving life to it. Unplanned, without planning, spontaneously what is there on you. When you manifest, if you pen down what is there, that is what is actually in your will. You are giving life to it constantly. Beautifully, Sadashiva describes about this Ajna and its power. More and more you think about your body and mind, the power of Ajna goes down. More and more you think authentically, responsibly, it manifests as what you want. More and more you look at the cosmic principles, the energy of the Ajna goes up. Listen. More and more you think of your body, mind, the energy of the Ajna goes down. Cunningness, constantly thinking about you, makes the energy of the Ajna go down. Understand? Constant remembrance. Listen carefully. Humbleness is not thinking yourself as a less. No. Thinking about you less. Humbleness is not thinking yourself as less. Listen carefully. The so-called humble people are the most cunning. The record says Saguni used to be very humble. Very humble. Humbleness is not supposed to be having low inner image. No. Not remembering your inner image is humbleness. Inactive, passive inner image is humbleness. Not low inner image is humbleness. Understand, that's a big difference. Low inner image is not humbleness. Passive inner image. Inactive inner image is humbleness. Inner image from which too much of thought currents are not released. Very passive. That is humbleness.
Intuition, the melting the wax, and how it relates to the 25 states of consciousness.
Yes, listen. Intuition is from this tuya and turiya, this state. All of you listen carefully. Whenever, whether swapna, dream or waking state, come near this tuya and tuya, the intuition is experienced. It is like a tuya and tuya is like a huge fire. And dream and waking both states are made of the same wax. Dream state is little polluted wax, waking state is little pure wax, but both are same wax. When the wax is brought near the tuya, not only tuya gives the information about your future, it gives you also the energy to change the wax as you want, manipulate it as you want, move it as you want. Please understand, intuition means not just information about your future, ability to change as you want and execute it without effort. All these three put together is intuition. For example, if you are having an information about some problem going to come in your business or some benefit going to come in your business, if it is a problem, you will have the intelligence to change. If it is a benefit, you will have a simple manifesting without you putting any effort. Understand? Along with intuition, intuition means jnana. Always the ichcha. Ichcha shakti means ability to change. Kriya shakti means simply able to manifest. All these three always comes together, not as one. You cannot say, I just came to know the accident going to happen in my life and I went there in the car exactly in the time and got into the accident and broke my hands. No, that is not intuition. That is your fear assumption. Sometimes it may become right. Fear assumption, sometimes becoming right does not mean you have intuition. If you are having information as intuition that you are going to have a car accident, you will simply be able to change it. Same way, if you are having intuition, you are going to have $1 million, you will manifest it without any effort. Any intuition always comes with Ichcha, Kriya, Jnana, all the three Shaktis together. Jnana means knowledge about the future. Ichcha means ability, desire to change. Kriya means ability to manifest without effort. All these three, if it comes together only, it is called intuition. Otherwise, it is not intuition.
Yes. Now let us do one internalization exercise of what we learned in this session. To understand much deeper, let's do one internalization exercise. Yes. So conquering desires. So what we learned from this session are give up conflicts and powerlessness. How to live enlightenment, how to radiate enlightenment. At this regard, we are learning many things in this one. First, if you're powerless, for whatever is the reason, your desires are not fulfilled, you are having the lower emotions, are conflicting, conflicts in the family, conflicts in everywhere, so many things. So the powerful cognition that we learn are give up conflicts and powerlessness. Renunciation is not giving up your desires. It is giving up conflicts, contradictions, confusion in your desire. Decide. Anything can be removed from me. I will not become powerless. I will not become depressed. I will not lose anything. I will not be lost. I may not even remember that I had that in my life. So what? Something I shared beautifully. So what? At any cost, I will not become powerless. So what? Anything can be removed from me. I will not become powerless. So what? It may be money. It may be name and fame. We all have these fears, right? Or we may lose our property, we may lose our money, or we may not be able to make the ends meet. We may lose name and fame. It may be man or a woman, or it may be a person in your life. It may be anything. It may be your credibility. It may be your city. It may be your bedroom. It may be your house. It may be your car. It may be anything. You can look in and remember and pen down easily 10 items in the next 10 minutes. What are you afraid of? You become powerless. Just quickly pen down next few minutes. To remind you about your innate strength, that the renunciation does not make you weak. Something getting removed from your life does not make you powerless. Kalavarava takes away things from you, removes things from you, but only to reinvent yourself. So just quickly pen down what are the 10 things that you can look in and remember, and pen down easily 10 items in the next 10 minutes where these 10 items so important for you, things, persons, people, whatever, 10 things so important for you. Without these, you feel so powerless. So quickly pen down what are these 10 things. Pen down the 10 items, things that you are afraid that they'll be removed from your life. It could be name and fame, it could be money, it could be your loved one, it may be your property or house, anything. You're so afraid that what if I lose them? Your car, it may be anything. Pen them down. Thank you, Alexandra, for posting, and others also quickly pen them down. To remind you about your innate strength, that the renunciation does not make you weak. Something getting removed from your life does not make you powerless. Kalavarava takes away things from you, removes things from you. Only to reinvent yourself. See, Diana also posted. Yes, ma'am. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Let's learn from the powerful cognitions that from Swamiji how we handle this I and mine. And if we are limited with this I and mine, what is that? We are losing. To break free from I and mine and to radiate, live enlightenment. Let's listen from the powerful cognitions from various satsangs from Swamiji. But here, so next, sorry, can you hear me? Did you hear what I said about I and mine? Okay. Then sharing, just briefly, I'll tell in 1-2 sentences. To live enlightenment, to radiate enlightenment. The next obstacle are that where we are stuck is I and mine. What is in there for me? It's mine. We are afraid to share. So let's listen from Swamiji.
The reason for enmity, please understand. Biggest delusion you need to handle in life is there is something other than you. Underquote, there is something other than you. Everything exists is you. If you feel there is something other than you, that is delusion. Handling the delusion is very important. For that you need to know what or whom you feel as other than you and why you feel that or them as other than you. Please understand. If a bamboo is thrown in the Ganga and the bamboo is floating, it looks like Ganga is become two now, right side, left side. But Ganga never became two. The bamboo makes Ganga look like two. It is always our enmity that makes your conscious Ganga to look you and other. Understand? Digest Advaita more and more into your thinking. Digest Advaita more and more into your words. Digest Advaita more and more in your actions. Every simple digestion means even if you make a very simple decision. I will not use the word I and mine in my words, in my speak. When I speak in my speech, I use only the word we, us. Even the simple decision will go on reminding you, if you take it from the context of oneness. If you take the simple decision from the context of oneness, even the simple decision will go on be reminding you the Advaita. It will go on be reminding you the Advaita. You are all taught wrongly. Arrogance is ego. Showing off is ego. Ego is aggression. No. I want all of you to realize, please understand, showing off, aggression, activism is not or cannot be hold into the concept of ego. That is not the definition which can solve your problems. I'll tell you from the vision of Paramashiva, what is ego precisely? Ego is self-beating mechanism, the stick with which you constantly beat yourself, put you down through your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Constant SDHD bonding gum is what I call lust, and then frequency with which you use that is ego. Second important thing, the identity I is not the source of mine, but mine is the source of I. This delusion, listen carefully, the truth is I is not the source of mine is the source of the I. This is the truth. The real I you have, it is from Paramashiva. The I you experience is from mine. But due to the delusion of the lust, you start feeling the mind is from I and constantly legitimize decisions of the mind as the decisions of the I. Please understand. Decisions of the mind, when you associate that as decisions of I, you have fallen into delusion. For example, some small chemical imbalances in your body, hormonal imbalances in your system, if they decide something, it is decisions of mind, not decisions of I. But you pick those decisions and attribute them to you and start thinking it is decisions of I, then you execute it. That delusion, the decisions of mind getting attributed to decisions of I, decisions of mind becoming part of the decisions of I, decisions of mind due to the lust gets attached and made to feel experience as decisions of I tell you, this is the worst shade of the lust. Worst shade of the lust is not the body's attachment or craving for another body or person. The worst shade of the lust is the actions and reactions of the mind being portrayed to you as the actions and reactions of the I due to the extreme attachment lust between mind and I. Listen carefully. Shanti means able to see the gap between what is the
instinct of the I and what is the instinct of the mind. That is Shanti. Able to see inside your inner space, the thoughts generated in you, are they from mind or are they from I? Always the I realizes and releases only powerful cognitions. Always mind realizes and raises only powerless cognitions. It's eternal law of life. Ability to see the gap is Shanti. Inability to see the gap is Moga. The I and mind, these two are the root of all your incompletions. I and mind. People always think I comes first and then mine happens. No. Mine comes first, then I happens. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, you cognize who you are. Listen. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, based on that you cognize you. Many times the yours, that mine, becomes the source of I. So if you give away all of them, the incompletions also will disappear. You will evolve a new I which can be reinvented, which can be rebuilt based on completion. I tell you. Poor man is a man who has never seen poverty even once in life. Understand? I am defining who is poor man. Poor man is a man who has never seen poverty even once in life. Because this country has already suffered in poverty, we are not understanding the richness it can cause. Please listen. I am not promoting poverty. All I am trying to tell you is, even once, if you have not realized poverty, you will not have the free space in your being to reinvent yourself. That is why, in the science of enlightenment, at one point, you have to break, renounce everything, be in the street empty-handed, till that you don't own anything. Nothing can be the reason for your cognition of I. Your I has to be just dependent on I. The mind cannot be the foundation ground for I. For that understanding to sink in, at least 1 year in your life, you should have been empty-handed, nothing, without anything. No relationship, no friends, no money, nothing. I tell you, that 1 year will give you the strength to reinvent who you are. And I can tell you, 9 years of my accepted poverty, self-imposed poverty, not imposed on me forcibly. I may not want to say my Purvashram family is rich, but they are decent. They were able to provide food and clothes and shelter for me. That much they are able to do. But when I renounced all of that, and family, friends, all the known contacts, everything, that 9 years of self-imposed poverty gave me tremendous space to reinvent myself and rebuild the new I from the space of completion. Because of mine, you build I. When that mine is taken away, the I can just be rebuilt. Many people come and tell me, rich guys, filthy rich guys, Swamiji, there was a time I declared bankruptcy, I did not even have food. This scene which I am describing will be a typical part of all big rich guys. There was a time I declared bankruptcy, I did not have anything, there was no friends to help me, nobody to support me, I was homeless, I was begging and eating in the streets. I tell you, that part of the life is a blessing. They may not know, but that is a blessing, because that is the time when mine is taken away, I melts down, all the incompletions disappear, you will have an inner space where you can reinvent and rebuild yourself from the space of completion. Biggest delusion you need to handle in life is, there is something other than you. Underquote, there is something other than you. Everything exists is you. If you feel there is something other than you, that is delusion. Handling the delusion is very important. For that you need to know what or whom you feel as other than you, and why you feel that or them as other than you. Please understand. If a bamboo is thrown in the Ganga and the bamboo is floating, it looks like Ganga is become two now, right side, left side. But Ganga never became two. The bamboo makes Ganga look like two. It is always our enmity that makes your conscious Ganga to look you and other. Celebrating everything by renouncing everything. Isha Vashyam Mitam Sarvam Yakinja Jagatyan Jagat Tena Tyaktena Munjita Makrata Kasya Siddhanam Kurvaneve Jivishetsadakun Sadaha. Whatever is, by renouncing, celebrate it. By renouncing the idea of I and mine, celebrate whatever is. A sublime poet. Isha Vashyam Mitarum Sarvam Yakinja Jagatyan Jagat Tena Tyaktena Munjita Makrata Kasya Siddhanam. What a subtle, sublime truth. See, everything exists, is energy. Stop identifying as I and mind with something separate. Renounce this I and mind and be liberated and celebrate and enjoy everything exists. I just remembering this verse, without food and water and sleep, I can spend days together. When methods are given, you ask for the gist. When conclusions are given, you ask for the method. It's a human mind. Ishavasya Upanishad gave all the conclusions. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagatena tyaktena vanjita matadam makritakasya sviddanam. All conclusions. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Conclusion about the universe, the life image you need to have. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagatena tyaktena vanjita matadakasya sviddanam. Means that second statement is the conclusion. The relationship you need to have with the universe. Everything is part of you. Be part of it. Not having the individual I and mine. Celebrate the whole. The whole Ishavasya Upanishad, if you see. Conclusions. That's all. Conclusions. If you just pick up the conclusions declared by Ishavasya Upanishad and start living, cognizing, you are done. Nothing more need to be done. You are Jivan Mukta. But you don't do it with that simplicity. In that simple way, you ask for a method. How? How? Everything is God. How? Then comes the answer from Upanishad. The Kailasa. Kailasa is a powerful thought current. I should say thought currents because few more are presented in this. Powerful thought currents. The first thought current presented in Kailasa is seeking. Keneshitam padati preshitam manakena prana pradama praiti yuktaha keneshitam vachamimam vadanti chakshushrotram gavu devo yunakti. By whom, willed and caused, does the mind go towards its object? What a question. Just by the strength of the question, you know the person who is in front of you is a seeker or poker, or just an empty cooker. By whom? Keneshitam patati preshitam manakena prana pradama praiti yuktaha. By whom, willed and caused, does the mind go towards its object? By whom, directed and united with which, does the first vital life energy, the chief cause, comes forth towards its activities? At whose will does the speech gets activated and speaks? Enlivened and directed by what? Luminous divine power. Indeed, do the eyes and ears engage in their functions. Understand? The moment you remember you, what all you perceive as part of you, start questioning them. Start questioning them. Questioning, putting questions about those basic things. Putting questions about those basic things is seeking. Don't assume anything. Understand? The more and more you assume, more and more it shows your ignorance. People who answer for their questions are fools. People who understand when I question their answers are the most intelligent beings. Understand, I do two things when people come with question. Sometimes I give answers to their questions, sometimes I question their answers. When you put a question, you have certain answers in the question. You have certain conclusions. Based on those conclusions, you put a question. I question those conclusions. I question those answers you have. Understand? I am defining seeking. Seeking is having questions without any assumptions as foundation. Non-assumption questions, non-assuming questions is seeking. Oneness. I am not saying all of us are one. All of us are in the space of oneness. All of us are in the space of oneness. If you see goodness from outside, you are in the space of completion inside. If you see bad things outside, you need to complete inside. Let every decision you make, let every thought you entertain, every word you utter, every action you do, let it be based on Advaita. Let it be completely based on Advaita. Understand? Living Advaita means your self-drive, your inspiration, your energy, your experience, your intelligence, everything operates from Advaita, from the truth and fact, sacred secret of the oneness. All of us are interconnected. We are not islands. These are all fundamental truth. I tell you. When you start unclutching, Kailasa experiences the joy, bliss of your unclutching.
Yes. Now let us do an internal exercise on what we learned. I and mind. So what did we learn? Powerful cognitions for identifying I and mind. Ego is self-beating mechanism, the stick with which you constantly beat yourself. Put yourself down to your self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial. The I and mind, these two are the root of all your incompletions. Then how will you live enlightenment? People always think I comes first and then mind happens. No, mind comes first, then I happens. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, you cognize who you are. Decisions of the mind, when you associate that as the decisions of I, you have fallen into delusion. Contemplate on where you have associated the decisions of mind with the decision of I. Just take a few minutes. Contemplate on where you have associated decisions of mind with the decision of I. For example, some small chemical imbalances in your body, hormonal imbalances in your system. If they decide something, it is decisions of I, not decisions of I. But you pick up these decisions and attribute them to you and start thinking it is decisions of I. Then you execute it. Given them down. How everything is part of me. How everything is God. How? The answer is from the Kenopanishad. What we heard just now. The first thought current present.
Ibar from Arun Ice Creams.
The yuktaha. That means by whom will and cause does the mind go towards its object? By whom directed and united with which that the first vital life energy, the chief cause, comes forth towards its activities? And whose will that the speech gets activated and speak? And liven and directed what luminous divine power indeed does the eyes and the ears engage in their function? By whose will the speech is happening? By whose will the eyes are seen? By whose will the ears are functioning? So how everything is part of me. The moment you remember you, what all you perceive as part of you, start questioning them. Start questioning them. How do you think it's mine? Don't assume anything. The more and more you assume, the more and more it shows your ignorance. Example, perceptions about I'm weak. Perceptions about mine, I don't have enough money. So with this, now how everything is God. The beautiful Kenopanishad verse says, how everything is happening. You're able to see, able to hear, able to talk. By whose will it is happening? The speech gets activated and speak and live and directed by that luminous divine power. Indeed, do the eyes and the ears engage in their functions. So with this cognition, do this exercise, how everything is part of it. Take a few minutes and internalize this. It will really lead you to completion.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Well done.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Read another minute or two. Please complete this exercise. Anyone wants to share? All right, so now we are going to do another round of the power manifestation. So please post your powerful cognitions from Living Enlightenment book. We're going to do the third eye power manifestation. One more round of the third eye power manifestation. Now, please sit straight with your head neck back straight line. Please sit straight with your head neck back straight line. Now visualize Swamiji's form in your third eye and start chanting the Mahavakya and experience the space of oneness. With that space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. And project in the picture, please close your eyes and chant the Mahavakya.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now, go ahead and post whatever your third eye revealed in the chat. Please go ahead and post your power manifestation results in the chat. Now, radiating enlightenment. See, whenever Swamiji says you are Paramashiva, you are Jivan Mukta, immediately our mind says, oh, you have so much of anger, you have so much of violence, you have so much of pain in your body. How can you be Paramashiva? How can you be divine? All these things are here, yes. How can I be Jivan Mukta? How can I live, radiate, living enlightenment? So let's watch from the compilation of Swamiji's satsang about radiating enlightenment.
Radiating, the very word, is so active, alive. Not only you living enlightenment, all the people around you, inspiring them through your living enlightenment is what I call radiating enlightenment. Let the enlightenment express through your muscles, in your thinking, in your words, in your action. Let it express through your being. Inspire all the people who are living around you. Please understand. The world is mirror for you. Whatever world experiences about you, you experience that as you. You continuously look into the world to know more about you, to have an idea about you. Now, create beautiful enlightened mirrors around you by radiating enlightenment. So constantly you will remember you are not only living, radiating enlightenment. So take up this as the mission for this year. People around you should really feel the power of your enlightenment, the power of your Jivan Mukti. When I say the word living enlightenment, energy to change whatever can be changed, intelligence to accept whatever need not be changed, clarity, however you change, the whole world is just one more changing dream, and devotion towards that which is unchanging. This is what I define as living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. Now, let these great truths radiate through your system so strongly. Let all the people around you, the world around you, feel the power of enlightenment. Let your muscles radiate this truth. Please understand. Do not think there is so much of anger in me, suffering is in me, pain is in me. Don't think all these things are here. How can I be Jivan Mukta? You can never have a space where all these things are not there and feel you are Jivan Mukta. No. You have to become like a Kala Bhairava who is dancing between everything. Kala Bhairava is not trying to find a beautiful, nice podium to dance. Maybe the celestial beauties, the Apsaras, the Devakanyas may try to find a beautiful stage for dancing. But Kala Bhairava does not try to find a beautiful stage. Wherever he is dancing. He may be in the cremation ground. Maybe bones and skulls are lying all around. Bodies are being burned, half are burnt, unburnt, but he is just in Ananda Samadhi, dancing. So understand all your burnt, unburnt emotions, like anger, lust, greed, pain, suffering, are all the burnt, unburnt bodies lying around you. Pain, physical, mental, or anything which is lying inside you are the bones and skulls. You become the Kala Bhairava, untouched by all these things, and dance among all these things in Ananda Samadhi. Let it all be there. That is part of your enlightenment. You don't need to try to find a place where all these things will not be there. Let them all be there. You just dance amidst, like a Kala Bhairava, declaring your freedom, declaring your Jivan Mukti, declaring your Swatantatva, even though all those things are there, being untouched by all those things. Please understand. Extend the power of goodness you radiate, much more than what they expect as enlightenment. Radiate all the auspiciousness of enlightenment, much more than what others think as enlightenment. Let these great truths penetrate your muscles and inspire, energize, encourage other muscles, others' muscle memories to radiate the same great truths.
any growth in any department of any civilization is defined by the people who dream in that field. People who dream based on the Muladhara and Swadhisthana and express it, share it with the civilization, are entertainers. People who dream based on Anartha and share it with the world are artists, painters, sculptors, architects. People who dream the impossible from the Sahasrara, Crown Chakra, the Jivan Mukti, and express it to the world are Acharyas. So, all you guys dream the impossible, the ultimate, Jivan Mukti. Constantly dream. Understand? About Jivan Mukti, you cannot dream. That is why I am saying dream. Any idea you create about Jivan Mukti will become vision in you, not just dream. With ordinary things, you dream the dreams. When you start dreaming about Jivan Mukti, dream dreams you. Create the extreme possible visions about Jivan Mukti, dreams about Jivan Mukti. They will simply express themselves through your muscles. You and your dreams are like two sides of scale, weighing scale. Any dream about Jivan Mukti will become so heavy. Naturally, that side will drop. That side will become heavy. That will simply start expressing itself through what you think as you, what you feel as you. Whoever radiates enlightenment are my acharyas. You will be my solution to the world. You guys are the dreamers of the new civilization which I am expressing, the civilization of enlightenment. You guys are the acharyas of the new civilization which is happening. So, dream the extreme possible Jivan Mukti dreams. In every situation, how a Jivan Mukta will be. This moment, how a Jivan Mukta will be. How a Jivan Mukta will breathe. How a Jivan Mukta's inner space will be. How a Jivan Mukta will sit. How a Jivan Mukta will be. Create that extreme visualizations, extreme dreams. They are capable enough of expressing itself through your muscles as reality. They are capable enough to radiate itself. It will simply start expressing itself through you, to the whole world. So, radiate enlightenment. Radiating enlightenment is my message. Not just living, radiating. Shake the whole world with this Jivan Mukti. Flood the whole world with this Jivan Mukti. Radiating enlightenment through your